You deliver a lesson carefully, and the students complete the assigned activities. But when the assessment happens, the results don't match the effort. Students realize they are missing the tools needed to answer the questions, leading to a common frustration. We didn't prepare for this. Most of the time, the issue isn't a lack of student capability or poor studying habits. It is a structural disconnect between the material planned in the lesson and the skills measured on the test. When the instruction and pieces don't connect, the classroom loses its cohesion. It is this specific gap between what is taught and what is measured that determines the outcome of the lesson. The goal of alignment is unifying outcomes, activities, and assessments toward one objective. Think of it as a journey. The outcome is your destination, the lesson plan your map. If your map leads somewhere else entirely, you won't reach your destination. Teaching follows this exact same navigational logic. Without a path that stays locked onto the destination, a classroom cannot reach its intended goal. To build a path that works, you have to start by defining exactly what a student should be able to do by the time the class is over. Vague goals like understanding climate change are difficult to measure. Instead, we use actionable outcomes, such as students will explain causes of climate change with examples. Once that goal is clear, it acts as a filter for every classroom activity you choose to include. If the outcome requires students to explain a concept, then the activity in the classroom must give them the chance to practice explaining. If the outcome is solving a specific type of problem, the students need to spend their time actually solving those problems. A breakdown occurs when the activity is passive, like watching a video, but the eventual goal requires the student to analyze a complex concept deeply. Students feel unprepared for the assessment because the activity they were given didn't provide the structural support they needed to reach the outcome. This leads to the assessment, the moment where the alignment of the lesson is put to the test. To maintain the thread, the assessment must measure the exact skill that was defined in the outcome and practiced in the activities. If your goal was for students to compare two ideas, the test should ask them to do exactly that, not just ask them to memorize definitions. When the assessment reflects the outcome, students know exactly what they are preparing for, which removes the guesswork from their study time. By aligning the measurement with the practice, the learning process becomes transparent, and the sense of panic on test day disappears. In an online environment, where students don't have the immediate physical presence of a teacher, they rely even more heavily on the course's internal logic to guide them. This diagram illustrates how the three pieces fit together. When the outcomes, activities, and assessments are connected, students can stay focused and participate with more confidence. The result is straightforward. Clarity reduces confusion and allows for better performance. Before your next lesson, check your alignment with 3 questions. What should they be able to do? Which activity helps them practice it? And how will I measure it? When these 3 elements are in sync, the friction of teaching decreases, and the student's path to success becomes much clearer.